Hi, welcome back to the channel. So I guess I should start from the beginning and tell you why I became a counsellor in the first place. I was brought up in the 70s, in the early 70s, in a dysfunctional family. My father an alcoholic, my mother had gambling problems, and I had two older siblings, my sister 16 years older than me and my brother 13 years older than me. Uh, I didn't really feel like I fitted in with life. I was very introverted. I didn't feel comfortable expressing how I felt. Now I don't really know why that was, but I felt like my parents didn't have the time for me to to fulfill the needs, emotional needs especially. My dad was always out at the pub, and then when he wasn't at the pub, he would be asleep. And my mum was always at the bookies, and I was what was known as a latchkey kid. I used to come home from school, and there was a key behind the door on a piece of string, and I used to let myself in. And I basically brought myself up as a kid. My parents never attended anything at school like parents' evenings, or when I got involved with anything at school like plays and pantomimes, they never came to see me. There was no support there. So I was very much a loner, and I was described as a loner from one of the teachers at the school. Uh, this really did affect my later life. There was other things that happened to me. I got sexually abused as a child, not by my parents, but something that had happened at the school that I was attending. And when I was 11, I couldn't deal with it anymore, and I started drinking. The messages I were getting off my parents were, if you've got problems, especially my father, drink them away. And that's what I did. And I started life as an alcoholic. Really, it affected me in a lot of ways, but in the biggest way, it affected me where I couldn't put the drink down. I would start drinking and I could last for days and days and days without putting the drink down. And I struggled with this for 35 years. And this is what brought me into counselling. I got up one day and I just couldn't go on anymore the way I was. Uh, I reached out for help, and I got help. I got help in two ways. I got help from Alcoholics Anonymous, which I will be forever grateful to, because it has saved my life and turned me into the person that I am today. And also there was a company, an alcohol company in Blackpool, that gave me therapy. And it was actually the therapist there that suggested that I might have a knack of doing this, being a counsellor. I remember thinking at the time, no way, I couldn't do that. All my life I'd let people down. I'd never been any good at anything except drinking. But the seed was planted, so I went out to explore that avenue. And it the place that I was in is like a residential rehab, except that we didn't stay there. We just did a lot of work, and I couldn't get in for that reason. I couldn't get into counselling to begin with because I had to have been away from this for 6 months. So I was suggested that I did a mental health course at Blackpool in the File College, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And I met two really good friends on there that have been with me throughout this journey. I then went to enrol on a level 2 counselling skills course, and I just started growing and growing from that. I went on to the diploma, which is the level 3, and then I finished off at university at Blackburn University Centre, where I finished with a BA honours degree, first class. It's amazing the life that has been given to me just for putting down a drink and going through therapy. So the power of therapy is something that I want to spread to other people. I do specialise in addiction therapy, like alcohol, drugs, gambling, any sort of things like that. But I found out that alcohol wasn't really my problem. It was my solution to how I was feeling. You know, them uncomfortable feelings. I had no secure attachment to let them feelings out with safely to somebody. So I found that in therapy, and that's what I want to be for other people. I want to be that anchor, that safety anchor, where they can open up these hidden thoughts, feelings, behaviours, and we can work through them collaboratively, and in the client's best interests, you know. So that's a little bit about me and why I came into therapy. I've got my own private practice now, which I've been working on this year, and yeah, this YouTube thing was appealing to me, but I was very scared to get the ball rolling because I still have that introverted side of me that doesn't like to make myself known, especially on public profiles like this, you know. So I feel quite nervous and quite scared and vulnerable, but that in itself is a good thing. I found that pushing myself out of my comfort zone is where the real growth is, you know. And as I grow, I can help my clients to grow and help them through their problems. So I hope you're enjoying these. I didn't know what to expect when I first started this. I still don't know what to expect because it's the first day and this is my second video. So I'm just putting myself out there, and if anyone has got any comments or suggestions for how I can grow this channel, how I can be of best use for yourselves, how I can help you, and please, if you can like and subscribe to the channel, that will help the ball to get rolling as well. So thank you very much. I will leave it there, and I will see you all on the next is it vlog or whatever you call these? I don't know, video log. It's strange getting hip with it all, you know. When you brought up in the 70s, there weren't any computers about or anything, so technology can be a struggle, you know. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye bye.